Within every living being, there moves a hidden power, an inward impulse that governs existence from its depths. Its essence is desire, a hunger without rest, a thirst that never ends, a feverish yearning that drives all creatures onward and denies them peace. This primordial energy is the principle of perpetual becoming, the rhythm of creation and decay. It is the pulse of transformation, the alternating current of birth and death, delight and dread, attraction and recoil. It is neither calm nor orderly, but resembles a boundless sea stirred by storm, a fiery whirlpool that renews itself without end. The wise of the ancient world beheld this mystery with both awe and terror. They called it the living fire, the breath of the world, the black sun, the universe dream of poets, but the vital spirit of the earth, the power that quickens all forms. Mankind does not perceive it. A merciful law conceals it beneath the appearance of solid matter and the calm illusion of permanence, without which peace could never exist. Yet, when the appointed hour arrives and the soul has grown capable of endurance, the veil is drawn aside and the eye of knowledge opens. Know then that the life which breathes within you is born of this same power. Watch for its signs, for it reveals itself without warning. It awakens, for instance, at moments of sudden danger, when a chariot bears down upon you, when the ground trembles underfoot, when a spark leaps from hidden metal to your hand. In such a flash, something deeper than thought arises and acts. It is not your conscious will, nor the self you habitually name as you. That lesser part awakes only afterward. The first to stir is older and purer, a life within life that takes command before the mind can intervene. You may sense it again in the convulsion of terror or passion, in hunger, or in the trembling of fear. With time, you may come to feel it as the unseen background of all awareness, the low vibration upon which the melody of thought is played. In this current lie the roots of instinct, habit, faith, and inheritance. The will to live, to propagate, to endure, all spring from this single source. Against it, your freedom is that of a creature held by a leash. You may not feel the restraint until you strain against it. You may wander in circles and call that liberty, but the circle remains. Do not be deceived. Even your highest ideals serve this power. The more exalted they appear, the more perfect is their obedience. So long as desire burns at their core, the power is content. It cares for nothing, for the forms it inhabits, or the reasons you assign. Do not be deceived. Even your highest ideals serve this power. The more exalted they appear, the more perfect is their obedience. So long as desire burns at their core, the power is content. It cares nothing for the forms it inhabits, or the reasons you assign. It hides beneath many masks, ruling those who imagine they have escaped it. It is as quick as lightning and as cold as iron. Resistance strengthens it. Denial sustains it. It behaves as fear, which grows when one strives to cast it out. It resembles sleeplessness, which deepens the more one seeks rest. It is like the thought of falling that ensures the fall, or the passion that burns more fiercely under repression. So it descends into the physical core of being, uniting itself with the same force that breathes and digests, that repairs and preserves. What can thought or will oppose to these powers? They depend upon it, as ivy depends upon the tree. They live by it, yet never reach its root. Ask yourself, which part of your being you truly command? Do you will your breath, the beating of your heart, the shape of your body, or the course of your blood? And if not, did you will the will itself? That which I call my own should be subject to my refusal, yet I cannot will to cease willing. Perhaps then, what I call I is the servant, not the master. If you have approached the science of the Magi, you must now face the truth. You are not the life that animates you. You possess nothing. Life possesses you. The self is a mirage born of the flesh, and when the flesh changes, so too does the illusion. Observe how every wound and sickness alters the very faculties you once called spiritual. Withdraw from the image of self and pass inward. Follow the rhythm that sustains your body until you reach the region where names dissolve. There, the power expands beyond the limits of I and not I, filling the world, shaping time, bearing multitudes upon its flood, restless, insatiable, radiant with both splendor and dread. Say within yourself, it is. And if, when this thought returns upon you, you sense a chill as of death and whisper, I exist within this, then you have entered the knowledge of the waters. In sacred doctrine, these waters, the radical moisture of life, are represented as the downward current, the fertile womb of creation. They are the cosmic matrix, the mother of all forms, called by some the veiled Venus, by others the serpent of the beginning. They are the elemental substance precipitated when the word of light first pierced the void. Later, you will recognize that these waters are themselves light, not the light of sun or flame, but a formless brilliance that holds within it the signature of all things. It is idea, matter, and movement united, impartial to good and evil, infinitely pliant. In it, conception and existence are one, as in the imagination of man, which reflects this same creative faculty on a lesser plane. Since all things depend upon this power, he who governs it commands the elements, life and death, height and abyss, for it binds them all within its motion. Therefore, understand that the science of the Magi seeks nothing else. Its purpose is to draw from the waters something stable and eternal, to raise within oneself a being free from flux, calm amid the torrent, to master the cosmic nature in oneself as a wrestler subdues the bull. This is the secret of our art. the art of the sun and of power. In the teaching of the enlightened, this same knowledge of the waters corresponds to the understanding of samsara and the truth of non-self. Beyond the awareness of individual existence lies the vision of the single trunk from which all lives branch. To feel that trunk and to know oneself within its sap is to perceive the unreality of the personal form, and such perception is the threshold of transcendence. Thus the world divides into two shores. On this side dwell the ignorant, passive and enslaved by illusion. Beyond the current stand the awakened, those who have dared the passage. They are the survivors of the waters, the sons of the sun, the masters of life. They have bound the waters so that these serve them, as the sun stills the sea with its reflection. Desire, once wandering and lunar, has found a solar center. The descending current is balanced by the ascending flame, and together they form the ancient seal of the conqueror. If you would follow this path, know that it is perilous. To hesitate is ruin, and to fear is death. Once begun, it must be carried through, for each step turns the flood against its course, and if you falter, it will fall back upon you with doubled force. Be steadfast. Fix your gaze on the end. Close your eyes and behold within the darkness an image of light, not born of sight. This invisible radiance holds the first secret of the work. Be unmoved by pleasure and pain. Stand bare before the eternal. Learn to will without craving, to act without weariness, to be firm and flexible together. The secret lies in willing long, willing purely, and desiring nothing. Break the chains of intoxication and lust. Reduce yourself to a single act of clear volition. Use all things, yet cling to none. Rule the senses and govern the soul. Cultivate stillness, for what is still commands what is in motion. When you reach the state where nothing tempts and nothing terrifies, little will remain beyond your rule. Taste nothing until you have conquered it within. The force yields to no supplicant. Take it and dare. When you are balanced, calm, strong, pure, and free from desire, speak these words: I will. This is the first lesson. The gate sits open. The power dwells within you.